If you suck at sales, you're always going to say poor. But if you master it, you're never going to have to worry about money again. I don't care if you're introverted, young, or even brand new to the industry. These 5 steps will turn you into a sales machine. Let's get right into it. Sales isn't just about following a perfect script, it's about understanding human emotion. People buy for one of 2 reasons: to move away from pain or to move towards pleasure or something that's going to help them succeed. Your job is to uncover the real reason behind their interest. What is their emotional driver? So, for example, let's say you're selling some sort of product. Let's say you're selling an AI tool that's going to help automate their emails and SMS text messages. And the client's problem is that their leads, they have a lot of these hot leads, but they can't get to all of them because they have a few employees, but the employees don't have enough time in the day to get to every single person. So that's why they want the AI tool. So as the salesperson selling the product, you have to be like, look, this tool is going to not only make you more money, but you don't have to use all your employees anymore. This AI can literally replace them, and it's probably cheaper because in reality, you're probably paying a person, $5,000-$6,000 a month. You could easily sell the AI product for like $5,000 upfront and like a $1,500 a month retainer. That's just an example, but it's true. Like, these AI tools are easily going to replace people and employees. So your job is to bring that emotion to it and get them feeling like they have to buy this product. Instead of talking, you need to ask better questions. So maybe like, what's the biggest challenge you're facing? Why is that a problem for you right now? How would it feel if that was solved? People don't really care how it works. They only care if it can help them. Sales is very similar to the gym. Like, you're not going to get jacked in like 2 or 3 different workouts. It takes years. So sales is very similar. Like, this craft takes a very long time to develop. So volume creates skills. So the more cold calls, the more cold outreach you do, the better you're going to get. So 10,000 sales calls or cold calls will teach you more than like 500 sales books or even 10 sales books, because actually throwing yourself in the bus is going to teach you direct things that can happen to you, right? So this is what I talk about all the time. Like, going to school, someone teaches you something, but you're not actually acting on it. You're just learning and listening to someone. So you need daily non-negotiable output goals. So maybe like if you want to do 100 DMs a day or 50 cold callers or 20 offers, whatever it may be, you need to have a goal and stay very consistent. Because let's say you do 100 DMs every single day for 2 months. That's like 6,000 DMs. And more than likely, you're going to have a few people that say, hey, I'm interested in your product. So track everything. Most people try to get perfect before they get consistent. So reps, in my opinion, are more important than being perfect. So first, do outreach, then you master the sales skill later. If you're scared of dealing with objections, you're never going to close, because I would say in 80 to 90% of the sales you're doing, there's going to be some sort of objection on the call or on the sales call, right? But if you're welcoming those objections and you twist them to make it sound like it's good, because in reality, if you're selling a product and your product is good, no objection should be that difficult to deal with, because you know your product is easily better than that objection, right? So objection is a buyer signal. People don't push back unless they're considering saying yes. So when they ask those tough questions, usually it's because they're pretty darn interested. If they're on that sales call with you, it's most likely due because they're extremely interested. So learn the top 5 objections in your niche and build confident responses. So I'll have a few examples here that I'll talk about. The number one most common objection, especially when you're selling a high ticket item, is this is too expensive. So here's an example of what you should say if someone says it's too expensive. I totally understand where you're coming from, but think about where you're going to be after you buy this product and where you are right now. Think of the difference that's going to happen and how your life's going to change for the better if you bring this product into your business. You're going to be making way more money, and even though this product does cost a decent amount, even though this product costs a lot of money, in a couple months or a year from now, you're going to be making so much more money, it doesn't even matter what the cost is right now. So that's one objection that's pretty much common in any industry you're doing sales in. Another one that I've seen a lot is, hey, I'm not ready to spend money right now, but I need to think about it. Can I ask what part you're unsure about? That's what I would say there. So if you say that, they're gonna be like, they're probably gonna go back to, hey, it costs a lot of money, or some other reason, or the money's just not there now, whatever it is. And you just have to really feed into their emotions. So a big thing about sales is listening to what the other person is saying. And if you could help them solve the stuff they're talking about on a call, you're gonna easily sell your products. Another important thing is to practice with people you know, maybe partners, or role play with mentors or friends or whatever, because this is true. Like if you're good at one form of sales, and you can take that one skill and take it to any other form of sales. Like it's not hard, but the hardest part is getting good at first at that one form of skills. So the hardest part is getting good at that one form of sale. Like for example, for me, it took me like 2 years to get to the point I'm at now. And I had to work every single day for a few hours a day on it. And I was doing cold calling for like 1.5 years straight. That's why I got super good, because I put like 500 days straight of cold calling. So another thing I want to talk about is that confidence sells more than anything. It's energy, and people buy certainty, right? So you're listening to this video, I sound extremely confident and have very high energy. People that hear you talk and you have those two characteristics, they're gonna be way more likely to work with you because you have the energy. You want to work with them, you want to help them, right? If you don't believe in yourself or your product, it's never gonna sell. So you need to train your mind daily, right? So this is what I do every single day. I'm, working out. I have a super strong belief in myself. I practice. I'm doing sales calls every single day it's a different form. I'm doing wholesaling right now, and that's what I've been doing, but it's a form of sales and it's practice, and I'm dealing with people every single day, and that's why I'm at the point I'm at now, because I worked on it and I mastered my craft. And the last thing I really want to talk about, and this is probably the most important one, so if you are still watching this video, this thing I'm about to mention is super, super critical if you want to make a ton of money. So 80% of sales happen after the 5th touch point. So most salespeople quit after the 1st or 2nd. You're leaving a ton of money on the table, like literally thousands and thousands of dollars on the table by not following up. So you need to figure out how to start following up more. Like with me, I am very good about following up people. I've done this, and obviously I'm in real estate. So real estate's a really slow moving industry, and it could take hundreds of touch points to get one deal done. And obviously you can have AI help you. Like there's so many things you can do, and you don't even need to manually do this. Like you can have an AI system that helps you with it. Like it's not like you have to manually do it anymore, right? So that being said, you could easily find a system that can help you and automatically text your potential clients if something happens or they don't buy after your first sale call. But this is a system that I have used and it works really well. So usually you call twice. If they don't answer, you leave a text message. And then if you do that every couple days or so, they're going to respond to you, right? So here's an example that you could use. Let's say you're selling an AI product. You can call on day 1. Let's say they don't answer on day 1. You leave a voicemail, you text. On day 2 or 3, you can text them again. And then maybe day 4 or 5, if they don't answer, send a voice audio. And maybe day 7, you're going to have their email, because if you're smart, whenever someone is trying to book a sales call with you, you're going to input their email. So you're automatically going to have a email funnel. So what you can do is on day 6 or 7, have it so an AI automatically sends them an email of the value you're bringing, of the tips or some resources that are free or YouTube videos, whatever it may be. That's super important. So that's why automation is so crucial, and you could easily use it to your advantage. You're not really annoying because the person literally clicked your ad or they are interested. You're just the only one showing up and actually trying your butt off to follow up. You're going to beat your competitors, because more than likely those potential clients are looking at a ton of other companies. But if you're the one who actually is building a relationship with them, your chances of selling the product to them are going to be a lot better, because in reality a lot of the products are very similar. Like I'm sure there's you can make yours better, slightly better than the other person's, like 100%, but at the end of the day, people are going to work with people who they like and people who they feel like they're similar to. So if you follow up and you put that effort in, they're going to easily respect that and be super high on you and working with you. If you apply even just one of these steps, you're going to outwork like 90% of people. But if you stack all 5, you're literally going to become unstoppable. So if you guys want to see more content like this, please subscribe, and I'm going to post more tips and tricks you can use to start making a lot of money. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.